The verdict is in. The speculation is over. The debates have fallen silent. The universe has delivered its verdict. New data leaves no room for ambiguity. The interstellar object 3I/Atlas has a tail. After months of silence, observations, and thousands of theories, we finally have an answer. But as is often the case in space, one answer has spawned a dozen new, far more puzzling questions. This isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of a new chapter, the most unsettling one yet. The powerful 8.2-meter Gemini South telescope in Chile turned its gaze to the sky and did what others could not. It captured what was previously invisible, a clear, unmistakable stream of particles trailing behind the lone wanderer, a tail 56,000 kilometers long. Picture this, 4 planet Earths lined up end to end. That's the trail of dust and solid particles stretching behind 3I/Atlas. This isn't a computer model, a theory, or a conjecture. It's a measured, tangible fact. And its orientation speaks for itself. It points directly away from the sun as a comet's tail should, but that's where the simplicity ends. Classic comets have 2 tails, ion, gas tail, made of gas. Ionized by the solar wind, it glows with a bright blue light, twists and turns, and actively reacts to magnetic fields. Dust tail consists of fine, solid particles reflecting sunlight. It is more straight, diffuse, and yellowish. Data from Gemini, Hubble, and other observatories is unanimous. Atlas's tail is exclusively dusty. No traces of ionized gas. No blue glow. This means the object is ejecting solid particles into space but not producing enough volatile gases to create an ion tail. It behaves like an old, dried-out comet that has lost its reserves of frozen gases over time. But how do we explain the following? Early archival data from NASA's TESS mission reveals a shocking fact. 3I/Atlas was showing activity back in May 2025, when it was 6 astronomical units from the Sun. That's beyond the orbit of Jupiter. In this icy realm, deep space cold reigns, a place where even comets sleep an eternal sleep. Solar heat is catastrophically insufficient there for ices to sublimate. Yet Atlas was already breathing then. It activated in the deep freeze, defying all known laws of comet physics. It's like seeing an ice cube start to boil in a freezer. Then came an even stranger piece of the puzzle. Data from the Very Large Telescope, VLT, in Chile detected traces of nickel in Atlas's coma. This heavy metal alone is a rare but possible find. But there's a nuance. In space, nickel and iron are inseparable twins. They are born together in the cores of supernovae and are almost always found together in cosmic objects. But there is no iron in Atlas's spectrum. Its absence shouts louder than nickel's presence. Why? Too cold? Perhaps the iron hasn't heated up enough to sublimate yet? Strange composition? Maybe this object formed in a star system with completely different chemistry, where iron was scarce. Or something else. This absence isn't proof of artificiality, but it is a bright marker that Atlas is not just another comet. It is alien in the deepest sense of the word. So what are we looking at? A dried-up interstellar comet that exhausted its gas reserves over millions of years of travel, or something that merely pretends to be a comet. Those leaning towards the second version point to the strange combination of facts. The perfect trajectory, early activity, only a dust tail, and anomalous chemistry. They ask, could this dust plume be a form of camouflage or a byproduct of some unknown mechanism? Is the absence of expected signals, ion tail, iron, not an error of nature, but a sign of different unknown technology? It sounds like science fiction, but our own Voyager program in millions of years will look to an external observer like a cold, lifeless asteroid with an anomalous composition of aluminum and plutonium-238. Event ahead. For now, 3I/. Atlas passes all the tests to be considered a comet, but it does so strangely, atypically, not like the others. The ultimate answer can only be given by one event, perihelion. In late October, the object will make its closest approach to the Sun. The heat will be immense. This is when, will it finally awaken fully? Will ions and iron finally appear? Or will it reveal its true nature? Will something happen that finally breaks all our models? We will be watching, and this moment will define everything. Now the question is for you. We've presented the data. Scenario 1, it's just a very ancient and strange but natural comet from the depths of space. Scenario 2, it's something more, a manufactured probe disguised as a comet. What do you choose? Vote in the polls below and prove your point in the comments. Let's see which theory gathers more supporters. The main event is approaching. Port the channel so we can continue to be your guides to the darkest and most mysterious corners of the cosmos, because everything is just beginning. Thanks for watching. And remember, the universe is never simpler than it seems.